doing? Welcome to this 20-minute express flow. We're going to have some grounding movements in this practice. So we will be working with the hips. You might find that some of it's a little strong as well, just to give you a heads up, but not too strong. So we're going to start in a seated posture, either coming into your cross-legged Sukhasana, or you can come into Siddhasana, bringing the left heel in towards the pubic bone and stacking the opposite leg in front, so the hips are nice and even. Whichever pose you're in, bringing the palms face down onto the knees and just gently beginning to close the eyes. So just allowing the lower part of the body now just to release down into the earth. Allowing your yogic seat to grow nice and heavy here. From your heavy, grounded yogic seat, just see if you can lift a little higher out of the hips. Beginning to find length and space in the spine. You can release those shoulder blades down the back. And just inviting a little softness into the face. Taking these first few moments just to connect with your center, to connect with your breath. I'm going to invite you to take a nice, full, spacious inhale in through the nose and sigh out nice and loud through the mouth. Nice deep inhale. When you're ready, just gently blinking the eyes open. We're going to bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet onto the earth, and just allow the knees to come out to the sides. So you're bringing the soles of the feet together into your Baddha Konasana. You can bring the hands to rest either on the tops of the feet or the ankles. And I want you to feel like you're lifting out of those hips. So you're finding length in the spine, drawing those shoulder blades down the back, and just allowing the knees to fall out to the sides here. We'll take 3 deep breaths. And when you're taking that inhale, I want you to feel like you're taking it all the way down into the inner thighs. When you're ready now, I want you to bring the hands on the outside of the knees, draw the knees together, interlace the fingers at the front of the shins or hug the arms around the front of the shins and just gently rock from side to side. We're going to bring the hands behind us to support us. Bring the feet nice and wide. We're coming into our windscreen wipers to release those hips. As you exhale, allowing the knees to come over to the right side. Inhaling back to center and then coming over to the left. We'll do that one more time on each side. Coming over to the right. Then coming over to the left. Lovely. Coming all the way to center. Legs out in front. Give the legs a little bit of a shake here. Great. So we're going to come into tabletop now. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, tops of feet resting down on the floor. Nice L shape with the index finger and thumb. Find that length in the spine. Inhale here. And as you exhale, looking over that left shoulder towards that left heel. Find that nice length in the right side body. Coming back to your center. And then gazing to look over that right shoulder towards that right heel. All the way back to center. We're going to come into our melted heart pose, keeping hips stacked over knees. Walking the hands as far forward as you can, and then releasing the chin or the forehead down onto the earth. Just allowing the shoulders to soften here. See if you can breathe a little deeper into that space between the shoulder blades. And the next inhale, we're pressing into the hands, the forearms, walking the hands back to tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Taking any movements or stretches here that feel nice to warm your body up. You can pedal one foot at a time as you bend one knee, straighten the opposite leg. Maybe you want to bend both knees and bring the torso back towards the upper thighs. Maybe you want to keep both legs straight and just pedal out through the heels. Taking any movements that feel really nice for your body. Begin to notice how it feels to be in your body today. And then when you're ready, just finding your stillness here, drawing the heels down to the earth, taking a nice deep inhale through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Lovely. We're going to inhale, right foot to sky, three-legged dog. Pushing out through that right heel, squaring the hips down to the earth. We're going to bend that right knee and bring it over to the left elbow. The shoulders are stacked over the wrists, and we're hovering that right knee and that right foot off the earth across the body. Lovely. We're going to come all the way back to center. Push out through that right heel, and then we're going to bend that right knee. And this time we're going to bring it over towards that right elbow. We're hovering that right foot. And then from here we're going to set that right foot forward, outside of that right hand. So we're coming into our dragon pose, keeping that left knee lifted, and you're pushing out through that left heel. So it's a bit like our runner's lunge, but we have the right arm on the inside of that right lower leg. And it can be pushing in to that right lower leg. So the shoulders pushing into that right knee. Keep the gaze down at the top of the mat. Keep that length at the back of the neck. And we'll take 2 belly breaths here. Staying nice and strong, shoulders over wrists. Deep belly breaths. Lovely. From here, we're going to step back, downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance apart, pushing the earth away through the palms, finding that length in the spine. We're going to come through our slow vinyasa here. So bring your shoulders over the wrists, high plank, pushing out to the heels, out to the crown of the head, keeping that navel drawing in towards the spine. As you exhale, we're releasing the knees down, bending the elbows, chin and chest come down to the earth as you hug those elbows in close to the rib cage. We're just lifting the upper chest for the first one. Pressing those hip bones down into the earth. Lovely. We're tucking the toes under, downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths in your down dog here. Feeling free to sigh out through the mouth if you need to let go of any tension. Next inhale, we're lifting left foot to sky this time. 3-legged dog, pushing out to that left heel. You're bending that left knee and bringing it to the back of that right elbow. So we're coming across the body, hovering that left foot. Shoulders are over wrists, drawing that navel in towards the spine. And as we exhale, pushing out, 3-legged dog. Lovely. We're going to bend that left knee now and bring it towards that left elbow. Hovering that left foot, we're going to step that left foot to the outside of that left hand. Dragon pose. So I want you to push that left arm into that lower left leg. So you're staying nice and strong here, keeping that right knee lifted, pushing out through that right heel. Gaze down at the floor, taking 2 belly breaths here. Lovely. Next inhale, we're stepping back, down dog. Feet are hip distance apart. And we're going to begin to walk the hands back towards the feet, coming into a forward fold. Now time to release the upper body. So allow the arms to hang nice and heavy like a rag doll here.
Keeping the gaze between the knees. And if it feels nice, you can sway from side to side if you like. Nice way to release the lower back, shoulders. Letting go of any tension in the upper body. As you inhale, we're coming into half lift, hands onto shins. Find the length in the spine and the length in the legs. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to inhale, sweep fingertips to sky, palms come together, down to heart center. Taking 2 grounding breaths here. Feel free to close the eyes, dropping your awareness down into the soles of the feet. Lovely. Next inhale, we're bringing fingertips to sky, reaching nice and high. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're walking the hands forward, coming back into our downward facing dog here. We're going to lift that right foot again, 3-legged dog, and we're going to step straight into that dragon pose. So we're bending that right knee, stepping right foot on the outside of that right hand, but this time we're releasing that left knee down, top of the left foot down. Okay. That right knee stacked over the right ankle. Taking a deep breath here into that right hip. Lovely. Keeping that left hand on the floor, right hand comes onto right knee. You're pushing that right knee away, so you're rolling to the outside edge of that right foot, that right sole is lifted. You're drawing that right shoulder back and down, so you're coming into a spinal rotation here. We're opening up, stretching that left hip flexor, opening that right hip. Deep belly breath. Lovely. We're going to come back to our center. You're releasing that right foot down. You're bringing it into the center now, so you're into a low lunge. Okay, framing that foot with both hands. Tucking the toes and then pushing up into your high lunge here, your runner's lunge. Okay. Next inhale, we're going to sweep fingertips to sky. Fingertips to sky, palms together. As you exhale, bend the elbows. Prayer hands come towards the upper back. Taking a nice deep breath here. In that sense of spaciousness in the chest, in the armpits. Lovely. Bringing fingertips all the way to sky. As you exhale, hands come down to the earth and stepping forward. Forward fold, generous bend in the knees. Inhale, half lift. Hands on shins or fingertips on the earth. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to inhale. Sweep fingertips to sky, palms together. Down to heart center. This time we're going to bring the arms alongside the body, palms face forward. Taking 2 grounding breaths here. Bringing your awareness into the soles of your feet. Lovely. Next inhale, we're bringing fingertips to sky. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, step back. Downward facing dog, taking a breath here. Going to come to our slow vinyasa, shoulders over wrists, high plank. Option to release the knees down or come through your chaturanga. If you're coming through your chaturanga, you're pushing off the balls of the feet, bending the elbows, lowering the upper body down, hovering as you inhale, lifting up into your cobra. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears, sliding those shoulder blades towards each other. Lovely. Tucking toes under, down dog. 2 breaths here. Next inhale, we're lifting the left foot to sky, 3-legged dog. We're going to come into that dragon pose now on the left side. You're bending that left knee, stepping left foot outside of that left hand. Except this time we're releasing the right knee down, top of the right foot down, lifting the gaze. So we're still deep into that left hip here, taking a deep belly breath. Notice how this one side might feel a little different to the other. Lovely. Keeping right hand on the floor, left hand comes onto left knee. You're pushing that left knee away, rolling onto the outside edge of that left foot, drawing that left shoulder back and down. Into that spinal rotation, getting a little deeper into the hips. Where is the breath? Has it moved into the chest? Can we bring it back into the belly? Lovely. As we exhale, bringing that left foot down into the centre of the mat. Tucking toes under, so we're in our runner's lunge now, pushing out to that right heel. And then we're going to bring the fingertips all the way to sky. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Dropping back into that right heel. Palms together as you bend the elbows. Prayer hands towards the upper back. Sink a little deeper if you can. Find that space in the heart centre. Lovely. As you inhale, fingertips come to sky. Exhale down to the floor. You're stepping forward into your forward fold. Nice generous bend in the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to inhale to sweep fingertips all the way to sky. Palms together down to heart center. Let's take 2 breaths here. And release the arms alongside the body. Now bringing them behind, interlacing the fingers. Drawing the shoulders towards each other, the shoulder blades. Deep bend in the knees. We're coming into a forward fold as we exhale to hinge at the hips. Hands come towards the sky, and you're just allowing the gaze to become between the knees. The neck is nice and relaxed here. You either give the head a little nod or a little shake. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Just helping to release the shoulders. Next inhale, slowly beginning to push into the soles of the feet, coming all the way to the centre. Chin and the head are the last thing to come up. Arms alongside the body. Taking a couple of breaths here. Feeling free to close the eyes. Tuning into any sensations you're experiencing in the head, maybe the neck or the shoulders, or the lower body or the feet. Remembering our yoga practice is not just a physical practice for the muscles and the joints, also an energetic practice. Working with our energetic centers, moving energy around the body. Next inhale, we're going to bring fingertips all the way back to sky, reaching nice and tall. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, just stepping back. Downward facing dog. Option to come through your final vinyasa here, or you can rest. If you're coming through your vinyasa, you can either come into your half plank or release into your chaturanga. Coming into your baby cobra, high cobra, or upward facing dog by pressing into the tops of the feet and releasing those thighs. We're going to come back into our downward facing dog. Taking any last movements or stretches that feel good for you here. And then when you're ready, we're going to release down into our wide-legged child's pose. Knees nice and wide, big toes together, releasing those hips back over the heels. Keeping the arms lengthened and bringing the forehead down onto the earth. Keeping that nice length in the spine, allowing the shoulders, the jaws to relax here. Taking a few deep breaths into the back of the ribcage. Next inhale, just beginning to lift the forehead. Beginning to walk the hands back towards the knees. I'm going to bring the knees together, keep sitting back on the heels and bring the backs of the hands to rest on the thighs, palms face up. Just releasing those shoulder blades down the back, finding that length in the spine, and a sense of spaciousness in the chest. When you're ready, then we're going to blink the eyes open and come to lie on your back body. We're going to have the knees bent. We're going to finish in our Supta Baddha Konasana, our reclined bound angle pose. I want you to bring the arms out nice and wide, shoulder height. Knees together, big toes touching, As you exhale, allow the knees to fall out to the sides, bringing the soles of the feet together. Closer you have those heels towards the pubic bone, the strong, you're going to feel that stretch in the inner thighs. So feel free to bring those heels further away from the body if that feels too intense. Keep the arms nice and wide, or you can bring the hands to rest on the belly. Maybe bring in the index finger and thumbs to touch in a diamond shape, your yoni mudra. Bring it to rest over your navel, your sacral chakra, source of creativity and sensuality. Just closing the eyes here, allowing the shoulders to relax and the jaws to release. In 2 more breaths. You're ready. Bring the hands to the backs of the thighs and just gently guide the knees back to center, and then give the knees a nice hug into the chest, just gently rocking from side to side. Bring the hands to the backs of the thighs now. As you inhale, bringing the soles of the feet down onto the floor. So you're back into a seated posture, coming into your cross-legged seat Sukhasana. Bringing palms together at heart center. Keeping the eyes closed, we'll finish with 3 inhales through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep inhale. One last inhale. Thanking yourself for showing up for your practice today. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your evening, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.